So you go and you get a junkyard motor. Well, where did it come from? How do you know the actual history behind it? When I started out in this industry, you would get a motor from a junkyard and you would know nothing about it. That changed at some point. I don't remember exactly when it changed, and they had to note the mileage and everything else, and you could be pretty darn sure that stuff has got to be accurate, because if it's not, they can get in a lot of trouble. But where do they get the cars from? Where do they get the vehicles from that they sell you the motor, tranny, body parts, anything like that? Well, it's not from people bringing cars in most of the time. You know, you would think that people would bring their cars to the junkyard to junk them. That's normally not what happens. Normally it's a wrecked car that the junkyard buys. They buy them from auctions. And case in point is this one. Chevy Cobalt. And it's a low mileage vehicle. It's got like 60-something thousand miles on it. And we needed a motor for another vehicle. So we did our research and we found that this motor would work. So we found this vehicle at an auction. Now, here's the benefit to this. We bought the car, and the motor itself, if we were to get this from a junkyard, you're talking $1,500. So turn around and sell it to the customer, you're going to be at $2,250, something in that range. So we wound up paying, I think, $1,500 for the car itself. Plus, there's buyer's fees and set out fees and all sorts of stupid fees that the yards impose on vehicles, and so it came out to like almost $1,900. We're going to make the money back on the motor, but then we still have a transmission. We have a ton of body parts. I mean, look at this. You know, we have 2 good headlights on here. Obviously, we don't have a radiator or a condenser or any of that, but we have 2 good headlights. They're not broken. We have a good fender, 2 doors. We might have good tires on it. We have a pretty clean interior. Yeah, interior's not bad at all. I mean, look at that. That ain't bad. You know, we have a radio. We got, you know, all sorts of miscellaneous stuff that people might want. I don't know what actually happened to this car, but I can't even get the back door open. You know, we have taillights, we have tires, we have catalytic converter on it, and most of the time, when we get these cars in, they were only wrecked, you know, 3, 4, 5 months ago. So we've gotten quite a few cars with, you know, half tank of fuel or better. So we siphon the fuel out, and we could use it in our own vehicles. So right there, that saves some money. So basically, we cover the cost of the vehicle. Now, a lot of times, because we're a shop, you know, we're able to do that. You know, we're able to tow it ourselves. So that takes somebody a day to tow the car in. So if we had to pay a transporter or somebody to do that, to pick it up and whatnot, you're probably looking at $400. So we do that ourselves. But all in all, if you think about it, if you have a call for other parts, it's definitely worth it. Plus, we drove this car in here. We know if the car's run or not. So we know the condition of the motor. Did it run good? Heck yeah, it ran good. You know, because sometimes you can get a hit and somebody keeps driving it and you don't know. You know, you can get a motor. You have no idea what's wrong with it. You never heard it run. How do you know how good it is? You know, something like this, we get a lot out of it. A lot out of just, you know, just picking the parts out of it. Plus, then we have the scrap weight of the vehicle. You know, so we make our money back on it. It works out very well. It's a good thing to do if you're a shop, especially the way we do things. We just, you know, we like to stay off the radar a little bit. Yeah, I fix a lot of things that other shops can't fix, and a lot of dealerships can't fix. That's a lot of what I do. But I also like doing this. I like it. I like when people don't bother me. So I'm kind of I'm that kind of person where I just, you know, leave me alone. You know, I don't need people around me all the time. I'm very happy being alone. So that's just how I am. And you know, the cars talk to me. I know that sounds weird, but you know, it's just, that's my life. My life has always been cars, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I love them. So anyway, I thought you might find that interesting, so I figured I'd share that with you. But yeah, a lot of times they buy them from auctions, and I check auctions all the time, and you'd be surprised what some things go for. You could buy. We bought a wrecked truck one time, paid almost $4 grand for it, and it's something that you would never think would be $4,000 for a wrecked truck. But you know what? We got an engine, transmission, transfer case, rear end, cab, a bed because the front end was demolished. We got a lot of parts out of it. So, and it's parts that are expensive. Check out pricing on used parts nowadays. They're up there. They are not cheap anymore. So, anyway, I thought you'd find it interesting. If you get anything out of my videos, hit the like button. If you could, please subscribe. That's it. Have a great day. Keep wrenching. Oh, almost forgot. A lot of these cars too, I can get R134 out of them, you know, and save it. I save it in our machine. This way we could charge up something else. Because if you guys have priced out R134 lately, that stuff is expensive. Just thought I'd share that with you. I mean, a 30-pound bottle of R134 last year was $99. This year it's $500. So think about that for a second. Anyway, that's it. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.